Hello children, good morning everyone. Okay, so let us start with our EVS work. Get back with your textbook and be ready. So now before opening book, let's quickly revise what we have learned yesterday. Yesterday we have learned about the journey of a river. From where it starts from the Himalayas, then it cross the mountain, come in the jungle, after jungle, village, town, cities, factories, and at the last, when the journey has been finished, it empties its water into the sea or either into the ocean. Okay, this is the story. Now in between the water, okay, now from the starting, when it starts, the water is clear, it is very fit for drinking and it is very good, but the water gets polluted. Fine, reasons we are not going to discuss. Yesterday only we have learned what were the reasons, because of what, because of this the water gets polluted. Okay, so now today we are going to start with our writing part. Okay, I have written the question answers. Similar thing you have to write in your textbook, and the rest answer we will just discuss, and by the coming next video I'll give you the notes in the notebook. Okay, that's it. So let's start. Very first question, what is the color of water? Now water is colorless, it doesn't have its own color, it is crystal clear. Okay, but from the height, if we see, if it looks like water is blue in color, because the water is clear, it reflects the light of the sky, so it is not blue in color, it actually acts like blue color. Fine, it is crystal clear. Okay, now the next question is, at some places there are many fish in the river and there are few at some place, while there are dead fish at some place. Okay, what could be the reason behind? Okay, now let me tell you. Fishes survive in a water which is pure, which doesn't have any chemicals, which doesn't have any pollution in it. Okay, if the water gets polluted, what happens? Fishes are going to die. Okay, now why the water gets polluted? There are numerous reasons behind. We human beings only are creating, we human beings only are making our water. Day by day the rivers are getting what? Polluted. So these are the reasons. Okay, that's it. Now let us move towards our next answer. What can be seen in the river before it reaches the village? Now when it reached the village, it first crossed the jungle, so there the water is very fresh, it is free from pollution. Yes, so many fishes, large number of numerous fish were there. Okay, now next question. At which place did the color of the water in the river change? Okay, when the color of the water gets changed, if the chemicals are mixed in the water, definitely the color of the water gets changed. Now when will the chemicals are going to be added? By the factories. Okay, if there is any factory situated on the bank of the river, there the water is highly polluted. We can see the color of the water, it is very darkish in color. Okay, so this is the reason. Why? Because the factories, whatever waste is there, they just release all the chemicals into the water. They doesn't treat anything. Fine, they just simply release it. So that's why what happened? There are no fishes over there also, and plus the water it's highly dangerous. Okay, now next question. Which of the places shown in the picture would you like to live in and why? Okay, now where we would like to live in? We would like to live in where the atmosphere is good, where the air is clean, water is clean. It is the region from where the rivers start, that is especially in jungle areas. Fine, in the jungle, what happens? In the jungle we can't live, but in the Himalayas, we can say in the Himalayas, yes, from where the river starts, the water is clean, the air is clean, atmosphere is also good for our health, so definitely we want to live there only. So would you like to change any of the things that you see in the picture? When and how? Okay, in the picture we have seen that the water initially it was very pure, but due to some reasons the water becomes impure and not fit for drinking. So what we would like to change? Definitely we would like to change that only. We would like we want that the water, we want to treat the water of the rivers free from pollution. Okay, now how does it do? Factories, very first is what? Factories should not release all the things in the river. Okay, they should make it chemical free, and then only they can release the things in the water. This is the first. Next, most important common thing, we should not bath, we should not wash our clothes, and all these activities we should not do near the river bank. Fine. So these are some of the reasons we would like to do. So why we should like to do? Because if we will stop this thing, what happen? The water of the rivers, it will be free from pollution. Okay, and it will be fit for drinking, and the rivers are very clean. So next question is, what could be done to keep the rivers clean? And discuss. Now there are a lot of steps, there is a lot of things. Fine, these both answers are interlinked. Okay, how we can clean it, as I have said before only. So that's it. Now just write it down, 2 answers, and the rest we will write down in the notebook afterwards at the last. So now children, let's move towards our next page, 103. Here there are some answers which you have to write it your opinion. Okay, as you can see in the picture I have written, write it by yourself. This means that you have to write by yourself. The meaning I can explain, but the answer you have to only write it down. So let's start. The very first is, if you want to drink some water, from which part of the river would you like to drink? Okay, obviously, from which part? From that part from where the river has been started. Okay, so because that water is very pure, there is no pollutant in it. Okay, so that's why. Now next is, in the last part of the picture, the river flows into the sea. Have you ever seen the sea? Where? In the movie or somewhere else? Now you have to write. There are a lot of sea. Arabian Sea is there. Have you seen Arabian Sea? Okay. Any ocean? Ocean you have not seen, but still I'm saying. Okay, now next. Have you ever been near a river or a sea? Have you ever seen any kind of a sea, any kind of a river? If you have seen, just write down. Yes, I have seen a river. And when I have gone to such a such place, there was the river in between. Lot of river comes, okay, during the journey. So now next, show with your hands and draw the waves. Okay, now this is nothing answer you have to write. Now move towards our next. Is the water from the sea drinkable? Why? No, a big no. The water from the river might be drinkable, fine, but the water from the sea is not drinkable. Sea means what? Sea means salty water. The water in the sea is very salty, okay. The water is saline, that's why we cannot drink the sea water. It is not fit for drinking. That's it. Okay, now move towards 104. Will there be same amount of water in the pond or river during the rainy season and in the summer? No, a big no. Why? Because in the rainy season there is rain coming, so we can find everything filled with water. River, sea, all are filled with water, lakes, okay. But as we come in the summer season, we see dryness, okay. Some river gets dry completely, some river gets half, okay. So the level of water changes. So it's a big no. Okay children, now here come to down. It is written, get information about river, pond or puddle near by your village or city. Okay, river, pond or puddle. River is, you all know, yes. Now pond means what? It's a small, it is there in the villages. At the back of the village there is a pond, okay. So now next is puddle. Puddle is also something like that only, fine, having water in them. Accordingly, we have to write the answers. Now let's start. Are there any changes in their water during summer, rainy and winter season? Yes, obviously there are changes. This river, pond, puddle, whatever, lake, yes, they all, the level of water rises in the rainy season. The level of water goes down in the summer season. And in the winter season, what happened? If there is extreme cold. So next, what are the different kind of aquatic animals found there? Aquatic animals like fish, then turtle are found. Next, sometimes crocodiles also. Okay, so now next, what kind of trees and plants grow around it? Okay, coconut tree. It's a common tree, we can find it. Come there. So usually crow, sparrow, parrot, pigeon, whatever you want, you can write it down. Have you ever seen or heard about floods? Yeah, where? Okay, yes. Everybody has heard about the floods. It came everywhere, like in Kerala, Surat also it came, okay, in Mumbai. So you can write it your own answer also, and you can write my answer also. Now what happens when there is a flood? So usually when the flood comes, road, building, house, all the living creatures, that is human beings, animals, all they get submerged in water. Okay, have you seen dirty water in a river or a pond? Okay, I have seen dirty water in a pond near the villages. That's it. Write it down and complete the things. Okay.